Hey guys, it's M16. I am joined with 007 from the Grim Clan, and thanks to CC Sly's generosity, he has gifted us the Kuromorimine, right?
That's close enough.
The,
Again, we'll ask Zenosha what the
yeah, we'll ask
proper saying.
Zenosha or someone from how you actually pronounce it, but it's the Mine Tiger. It's a Grozen Panzer tank that's got a event that's going on right now. And CC Sly gifted us these tanks so we could do this video for it for you guys. Because we got the Defender, the Tankenstein, and the Onko. So he knew that we were going to get it anyways. And it's an easy grind because it's only like 120,000
Yeah, and
XP that you have to
amazingly,
get total.
it's only 2,000 gold to buy the thing. So I mean, there's
Oh
really
yeah,
no reason not to get this tank. Either
yeah,
one way, either grind it or just buy this awesome tank.
yeah. It's a super cheap tier 6 too. Because what's another tier 6? I'm trying to find it. The tier 5s, the in the British texture, the Matilda BP and the Excelsior, both cost more gold than the the Girls in Panzer Tiger does. So yeah, it's definitely very cheap and it's tier 6. The gun gets just over 7 rounds a minute, and the penetration's pretty bad. You can work it definitely pretty well, but it's only got 145 millimeters of AP penetration and 195 millimeters of APCR penetration, which is lower than the tanks like the T150, the KV1S, the TOG2's got more penetration. The VK361H has more penetration with the Konish gun. So the penetration definitely is lacking a little bit, but you can still work it if you just aim, because it's got. I didn't even look at the accuracy. The accuracy is not very good, 0.38, and the aim time's not too good at 2.3.
Yeah,
But
the aim time is probably the thing that bothered me the most because I'm running GLB and Rammer and Vents
yeah,
and Onigiri, and still the aim time seemed a little bit long for me. So
oh yeah, it's even with everything, it seems like it aims a little long. But the
yeah,
armor it's got the same armor profile as a tier 7 Tiger 1, but they just knocked it down to tier 6. This tank is basically, if you're coming from PC, or if you've watched any videos from PC, this this tank's basically just the heavy tank number 6, which is the Japanese Tiger. And so I don't think it gets preferential matchmaking. We ran like 6 games before we started recording this, and I was recording those games, but Airshow decided to crash on me, and we lost all of it. But
but we didn't see any eights. You're right. So
yeah, we
maybe
did not see any
maybe it
tier
does
eights.
have
We were,
preferential. I don't
yeah,
know.
it might. I don't know. Okay,
They
let's
really
go
didn't
into a
advertise
battle.
that whether or not, but I will say the it's really bouncy. The armor is awesome in
Yeah,
this thing.
there's
So
a there's a Leopard, the tier 5 light tank. Emptied an entire clip to my unangled front, and I bounced every single shot that he put at me. Hey, at least we're starting on a desert map, so the actual camo looks decent. And the camo does look cool. It looks really cool because it looks just like a desert like tiger from the Africa campaign or whatever. And the red lettering on it, even if you don't know what Girls in Panzer is, or you just really don't care at all, it looks really good like as a tank. And
yeah,
it's kind of so it's got a
it's
little bit of the cartoony feel that the Anko has, but not as drastic
definitely
with the big bold black lines that it had.
it's a little it's pretty fast too for a tiger. I feel
Yeah,
like the
I mean,
normal tiger doesn't go this fast,
yeah,
even though I
we're
know it's the
going.
same. I'm
You'll
at
easily
40.
hit 35 plus. There's this B1C.
Yep,
I missed.
me too. I took a snapshot at him and didn't even get close. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
this.
I shot and I stopped and aimed, and he just like was pulling back and derped one into me.
I'm
So
getting kind of aggressive here, but
I got you.
figured this guy's way too far in our area, so we'll take him out. And looks like he pulled a couple with him.
Yeah.
So I didn't need to use any APCR on him at all.
Yeah. No. Ooh, that BK made a bad. Oh no. The
Yep.
SB1C is gonna go after me.
Yep. Got somebody. I'm going to take that DK out just because he's running. I don't want to tank him here. Worth going out of cover, and I still get the bounce from the T1. Pretty nice.
I bounced off the T1. The 145 penetration's not too good. There we go.
The SP is coming across.
He just the T1 just penetrated me.
Let's take that SP down.
I just missed. I can't traverse.
Yeah, he's actually
he's circling us. He's not. He's definitely not a bad driver. There we go.
Yep. I'm totally backwards to the T1. He's taking some shots on me. Go.
There we go.
And we got Crusader out there on the hill. He's just sitting there.
Crusader's got not enough penetration to really be a threat to us, unless he really knows where to aim.
Except I'm backwards, but either way.
So you've got like what 82 millimeters of rear?
Yeah, I know. I still have better ammo. I mean, better defense than most people that he plays against. So, all right.
All we got left are those tier 7 heavies.
Yep,
one of them's really not looking too great.
Yeah.
He just bounced off of our IS, it looks like, so it looks like he's about to die. Is that KB3 AFK?
You know what? He may be. That's some really.
I'm gonna go check. I want some free damage.
Free damage. There you go. Pay the bills, brother.
Right? Especially because the credit coefficient, we found out in the previous games that we lost the recording of, the credit coefficient on this tank really isn't very good at all.
In fact, it doesn't feel anything like a quote premium tank. It's definitely feels like a normal tank. It is FK. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, adrenaline.
Of course, I'm gonna hit adrenaline. I want the damages, bro.
I'm gonna get one shot at him.
No, you're not. Go away.
I'm right
my tank.
You.
My tank.
Block you.
No. Oh no. No. Go away. No one loves you.
I got one. That's all I wanted. Actually, I'll get the kill because you can have the kill, so you get the. No,
shoot him.
Sorry, I was trying to give you the 4 kills.
Yeah. Oh well. You got a lot of free damage out of it, so I don't really care. Congratulations, stage 1 of the Kuromorimine mission completed. Yay!
Look at that, 2,500. You definitely farmed it.
Oh yeah.
That's the highest damage that either of us have done in all the games we've played so far.
Oh yeah. Let's see, how much of that was from the KB3? 1,045 was from the KB3. Yeah, 16 shots fired, 13 hits, 12 penetrations. I kind of derped a few shots when I was shooting at the SP1C. But the armor, it's 100 millimeters thick, but it's really boxy, and like a third of it is just a weak spot because it's just the lower plate, and the lower plate's huge on this tank. But it's just a Tiger 1. So if you guys see this and you're like a tier 5, don't panic, because tier 5s can easily penetrate a Tiger because it's so boxy and it's just riddled with weak spots. But if this thing's side scraping, then you're probably gonna have some issues because it's still got that 82 millimeters of penetration, not penetration, armor.
Yeah, and that one game we lost, I was able to side scrape versus that KV1S and the T150 at the same time, and they both were bouncing off me left and right.
Yeah.
So it's good for side scraping for sure.
The armor's good. The rate of fire is not too good, but I haven't had really any issues with it. Besides when I was going up against a KV3 with the 107 gun from the T150. I was still shooting AP at the KV3 and penetrating him because they're shooting his lower plate. But I could not bounce the shots in return because he had one of those big old Russian guns with 170 millimeters plus penetration, and it doesn't really matter. Oh, just bounce a shot from the back. His T-34 is getting brave. And what? How did that? The flush side of his tank, I shot and only damaged his track, and then I bounced. What? What?
Let's take this Leo down. He's gonna
what is going on with this RNG right now?
Oh, we've got an Anko on the hill.
I don't care. I'm just gonna charge. I think that's the Crusader we had in the last match.
I mean,
I think he shot HE at me.
The Crusader shooting HE. It's arcing in the air, so he's not going to do any damage.
Get back here. You're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, I knew he was going to run. He was already on halfway running by the time. So there's a Curry in town and a JP in town that I can hit from here. So I'm going to take him. Peek a side scrape here, see if I can bounce some JG ones.
I'm like running around with like a chicken with my head cut off right now. I can't decide where to go.
As long as you're engaging tanks.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was trying to find tanks to engage, and I missed. Yeah. What is this RNG? God.
I know. I'm having some trouble.
I had never had a trouble with the accuracy until this game. There we go. Heck yeah! Dang it, you appeared. Oh, that leopard skedaddled really far away.
Yeah, this is a strangely slow game, but we gotta hold in.
God, I'm just not hitting anything today. I cannot hit stuff to save my life. I've missed like 5 shells, and of the like 3 I hit, 2 of them bounced. Or did no damage.
I'm working on that courier, the other courier over there.
That Jesus, why you hate me? Ooh, got a bounce from the other Frozen Panzer Tiger.
Right down to 3-on-3. Their JG is almost dead, so I'm going to focus on him.
God, I just can't damage the tanks. I keep hitting the tracks or whatever. I'm going to bounce the back of the KV-1S. I have no clue what's going on here.
I'm working the KV-1S too, so there we go.
And then I bounce the back of the KV-1S again.
Yep. Let's take him out before he gets away. I got him. There we go.
Good, because I wasn't going to damage him anyways, even though I had the rear.
You're full health, though, so you've been running around in circles, but you're still full health. Let's get that.
I've been running around shooting people and just damaging their tracks, pretty much. That's all I've done. I love the new
through the building shooting. That's so great. I'm so glad they put that in 2.6.
It's so fun that when people still don't know and you're like, oh, hey, hi, I can still damage you.
Well, there he is. Is this oh, no, it's Anko is out here.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the most pathetic matches I've had in this tank. And then one match I only did 800 damage, so...
That's alright. That's why we tuned, brother.
Yeah. Let's just see how bad the RNG was. Let's see.
No, so look at that. The Anko said, I can't hurt you. So, you know, he was having some frustration with the bounces on that tank.
I did 970 damage. You did 2,600. 15 shots fired, 11 hits, 8 penetrations. And of those 8 penetrations, let's see, where's the efficiency? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the 8 penetrations are the actual damaging ones. But I just bounced so many times.
What was your credits with the 900 there?
Let's see. I made 15.3.
Okay. Yeah, I lost 3,000 even doing that much damage because I only shot 3 APCR into that KV-1S. So that's and actually 4, I guess, because I shot one into the other Kuru. So still, this thing, it really does not make any kind of special credits whatsoever.
Of the 8 shots that I fired that hit and penetrated, only 5 of them did damage. And then after that, o7o7 was having issues with his iPad, so he couldn't really play any more games. So I am now platooned with Leaf. He is in a KV-1S, and I am in the heavy tank number 6, basically the Kuromorimine the Frozen Panzer Tiger. I'm in that tank, and we are on Winter Malinovka, and I'm going to show you, hopefully, I haven't watched this replay in a couple days, I don't remember what exactly happens here, but hopefully I'm going to show you how you properly play this tank. It's Definitely not as fast as a KV-1S, because that's a definite heavium tank. But the Großen Panzer Tiger is definitely not slow. This is a tier 8 game. Uh, I, and we did get tier 8 games, o7o7 and I, when we were both in this tank, so it does not have preferential matchmaking. I saw the SU-101 and I thought, screw that, I'm going around this way. Popped a shot into the KV-3 and then pulled back. Popping out again. And there is a KV-1S who hit me right before I pulled back. Took off a big old chunk of my health, and then I thought, screw that, I've taken enough damage this game. So I'm going to do what you're supposed to do in this tank, and I'm going to start side scraping. The 82 millimeters of side armor on the Tiger 1, the tier 7, is just amplified down at tier 6. When you've got those Russian 122 millimeter guns shooting at you, they still won't be able to penetrate if you're side scraping properly. And because it's so boxy, it's really not hard to do. I just bounced off the KV-3 because the 145 millimeters of penetration is actually pretty bad. But that KV-1S over there is not going to be able to penetrate me. He's tracked, he's burning, and I retracked him. Again, the shell didn't do damage that time because I guess I got a low penetration roll, or previously I got a higher penetration roll. But the penetration will let you down a lot. There's a lot of tanks at tier 7 especially that you just won't be able to penetrate at all if they're even kind of smart, like a Black Prince, for example. If the Black Prince knows how to angle, you're just not going to penetrate him from the front. You just have no chance of doing so. Especially with AP. With APCR, you might stand a chance if you get lucky and get a high penetration roll, but it's just definitely not at all consistent for the penetration, and especially the accuracy as well. The .38 accuracy on this is bad. It's not good accuracy at all by any means. And you really kind of have to get up close and personal to do well in it, because it's at tier 7 the Tiger isn't really a brawling tank, but when you knock it down to tier 6 it kind of has to be. In tier 6 the armor holds up really well against the tier 5s and 6s that'll be shooting at it. At tier 7s the armor will still hold up, but you really have to be careful how you're angling. And at tier 8, if you get in a tier 8 match, you need to play support and just kind of try and distract the opponents, because they're going to penetrate you just about every time they shoot you. There's not very many tier 8 guns that will bounce a Tiger consistently. Maybe the T-44's gun, if it shoots the gun mantlet. The gun mantlet's just about the only place that will have any shot of bouncing just about any tier 8 gun, because they've all got 240 millimeters plus penetration on most of them. I mean, the ones with the lower penetration are the ones of the T-44 and the IS-3 of 175 and then 225 respectively penetration. So there's just not a lot you can do to angle when they're just gonna cut through you like butter at a tier 8 game. But if you're in a tier 6 match, you can angle and then you'll be perfectly fine. And if you're in a tier 7 match, you can really be careful about your angling and then you'll be fine. Like when I was side scraping against those big old Russian guns, they just couldn't penetrate me because I was doing what I needed to do, and I got myself into the position that I wouldn't be able to take any damage. And I'm going to do that exact same thing here, except there's going to be lower caliber guns, smaller guns shooting at me. And so they're really just not going to have any chance to penetrate me at all, really. Up here, there is a tier 7 Tiger 1 coming, and I shot him, hit him in the gun mantlet, tried to hit the side of his turret. It was never going to penetrate his gun mantlet. There's not a gun at tier 6 that will penetrate the Tiger 1's gun mantlet, especially at that angle, even with gold rounds being fired. And I have learned my lesson. I am coming out side scraping, so if he does decide to shoot at me, I have a good shot at bouncing. And that shot, it's actually a small miracle that it even hit. I really had no chance to penetrate, but it was worth a shot. And the Tiger one is distracted, so I'm going to move up to this rock over here so I have a better angle on the Tiger one so I don't have to shoot the tiny side of his turret. And I've got all these other tanks I can shoot at too. And just look at these tanks. I bounced off the enemy whatever, the enemy Girls and Panzer Tiger. I bounced off him, and I'm just bouncing all these shots. None of these guys can penetrate me at all. I put one into the Onco, but I'm perfectly content just sitting like this the rest of the match. Then the Tiger one decided he had enough of my platoon mate, and he's moving up to finish him off. Try to put one into him, but it's not going to be enough. The Tiger finished off my platoon mate, and I'm next on his list. I tracked him. I'm trying to get him to shoot my side, but he knows better. And he's not going to shoot it, and he's moving up, tracked me, so I fixed that, and I'm really it's a DPM battle, but he's so heavily damaged before he started this that he just wouldn't have a chance. Plus, I had backup. Then the enemy Kuro decided to try and flank. Ended up putting one into him before he pulled back. Now I'm going to roll forward and going to go hunt some of those medium tanks that were shooting at me. The VK popped a shot at him, bounced, hit him in the turret. 145 pens, not going to go through ever. Hit him in the side, going to go through 100% of the time. And then this T-43 is being a fairly big issue. I penetrated him there. I don't know what happened with I guess it was bad frame rate or something, because it looked like a shot and then the bullet went out. But T-43, I penetrated him. He bounced off of me because I had my front angled. And again, penetration, bounced off the T-43. So the penetration will let you down often if you're not aiming. But if you aim and you're careful about it, you stand a pretty good shot at landing at least a decent amount of your shots. The RNG, because it is a .38 accuracy, it does not have the famous Tiger accuracy that the Tier 7 does. And because it is Japanese, it doesn't get the German accuracy either. So you are very subject to bad RNG with this, as evidenced by my match on Canal. But you can make credits in this if you don't fire any APCR. There aren't very many games that I lose credits where I don't fire APCR in this tank. Just don't expect to be making a whole lot of money driving this tank, because I mean it is a premium quote unquote tank, but I mean it's really free because it's an event tank. It's not supposed to be bought, but I mean Wargaming would like you to buy it, but with 120,000 experience needed to get it, in the 10-day event you really only need to play 20 battles if you're an average player a day, and then you're gonna have enough to do like all of the stages without spending any gold. And even if you did decide to spend gold, it's costs less than tier 5 premium tanks that actually have the premium coefficient. I don't know what the credit coefficient is on this tank, but it's just not good. Don't play this because you want to credit grind. Play it because it's a fun tank to play. It's a freaking Tiger and it's got a cool paint job. But you're just not going to be making that whole lot of money driving it. I mean, 2.6k damage game will get you like 20,000 credits. And if you wanted to play tier 6 credit grinder, play the T-3045 Victory. There's a Black Prince, but he's not angling properly, showing me too much of his side, so I'm going to go through like every time I hit him. And the SU-100 is a big old nasty gun that will really hurt me, but he's not paying attention too well. And here's the accuracy. Had the side of the Black Prince, and I was fully aimed, and it missed. Went straight into the stairs over there. Roll out, side shot. Nailed him that time. Checking the flank, because there are guys who are thinking about coming around. But I gotta kill this SG-100 first. I'm going to go around and deal with the KV2 and the M4. KV2, roll out just enough so I can see a corner of his turret with the, what I think it's got 80 millimeters of armor on the turret front. So 145, if you hit it in the right spot, will go through. You just got to really avoid that big old mantlet that it's got. The side, I mean, no problem. It's still just the KV1's hull. And KV2, one shot, and yep, there we go. He's dead. Last guy left. I don't know if I'm going to get there in time to put a shot into him because we've so many allies over there just chewing him apart. Let's going over here. Just too late on the trigger to get the last shot in. But that was a really good match in the Tiger. I didn't have to shoot any APCR. I did miss a shot or two shooting at the Black Prince. But 2,000 damage and I made about 28k credits. So you will make money. It just doesn't have a great credit coefficient because I mean it's a tier 6 and it's kind of free. And yeah, 12 shots fired, 10 hits, 10 penetrations. The only really thing that kind of let me down was the accuracy at some points. T29, got spotting damage on him. KV2, did a lot of damage to that guy. And yeah, about 28,000 credits made. So the cure, I really gotta pronounce this correctly. I should have maybe looked this up. The Kuromorimine tank has got a few days left. Probably think we're about halfway through the event, and there's plenty of time for you guys to get it. And it's a really good tank, but the gun is by far the worst feature about it. It's really the only thing bad that you can say about the tank is the gun is iffy at best. But this is M16's World of Tanks Blitz replays. I hope you enjoyed my video, and as always, have a nice day.